Hello to everybody watching on YouTube and welcome to another episode of Learn Guitar with Surjo. My name is Surjo, and in this episode we'll continue with the basics, and this is the first time that we're picking up the guitar. So what I want to talk about is something that is often overlooked, but is, when you come to think about it, it's rather essential that people sometimes don't teach, is simply just how to name the parts of a guitar. So that's what we'll do first. In this video, we'll be talking about the parts of a guitar. So we'll start from my left and move all the way to my right. The first part, which is this, as you can see, this is called the headstock. This is called the headstock, all right? Now you see these. This is where the strings are wound. These are called the machine heads, which is of course is a machining term, as is headstock. I mean, I'm an engineer, and anyone who's worked on a lathe machine or something knows what machine heads and headstock and things like that. Now, these are the tuning pegs. Now, this is how you tune the strings of a guitar to make sure that there's something with you to work on to play the music. The tuning defines what frets you're going to play on here, so on and so forth. We'll come to that later. So we have the headstock, we have the machine heads, we have the tuning pegs. This right here, this is called a nut. Well, this is called a nut too, but this is parts of a guitar. So this is called a nut, all right? You see these wires here, the ones vertical, the ones going down vertically, here, here, here. These are called fret wires. These are called fret wires. You're never supposed to press the fret wire. You're not supposed to put your finger on the fret wire. You're supposed to put your finger on the spaces between the fret wires, and these spaces, these are called frets. The spaces in between the fret wires are called frets. All right? Now you see there are white dots here and double dot here, periodic intervals. And correspondingly, in my guitar at least, there are black dots here to look out from top. These are called position markers or inlay, but right now we'll call them as position markers so that you understand what the purpose is. The purpose is to mark your position on the fretboard. If someone said that you're supposed to play fret number 4, then instead of counting first, second, third, fourth, you just know that the first position marker is on 3, so you can go to 4. It helps with just spatial recognition on the guitar, where you're supposed to put your fingers. It helps out with that. Now this entire thing, all the frets combined, this whole thing is called a fretboard or a fingerboard. That's just the top surface. The top surface, what you see, this dark brown, is a fretboard or a fingerboard. Now I could have told you which wood it is made out of, but that's not going to help you right now. We come to the back of it, and you see that the back of your guitar, as my guitar as well, there's a certain curvature to it. Right? So this curvature, which is the back of the fretboard, this is called the neck, same as ours, curved. That's the neck. All right? So the neck of the guitar. Now we come out here, you see the big round hole from which the sound emanates. This is called the sound hole. Okay? This top surface, this is called the sound board. It's the reflecting surface. This right here, this entire thing, very important, this is called the bridge. And this white strip right here, this is called the saddle. All right? So the effective length of the string is between the nut and the saddle. Okay, so this is the effective length of the string, is from the nut to the saddle. All right? Now, this portion, the lower portion, this entire big portion, this is called as the belly of a guitar. Now you're realizing that there are certain terms which are used to describe a human body. There's a head, there's a neck, there's a belly. This is the back. This is the back of a guitar. All right. Now you see these curves out here, beautiful curves that they are, and therefore they are known as the waist. Now, if I'm not much mistaken, a guitar is based off of a female human, because some dude who wasn't getting any decided to make himself an instrument. A grand instrument it is. Apparently, it helps a lot of people get a lot. So there you have that. So this is the waist of the guitar. You see the shape here is asymmetrical because this and this, there's a cut here which is not present here. So this is called a single cutaway. The reason why the cutaway is there so that my fingers can reach even higher frets to play even higher notes. Right? So that's why the cutaway is there. But this is an acoustic guitar, so which is the reason why we have a really thick body. Right here is the preamp section for the pickup, but we'll not get into that as of now. We go on down here, and this is the edge pin, which we have here as well. It's basically where you connect your straps, the edge pin or the end pin. And this is the neck joint. This is where this separate pieces of wood, the neck is joined to the body of the guitar. The entire thing out here, the entire thing will be called the body of the guitar. Now, if you were to look on the insides, and well, I'll try and put a pic in the video so that you can see what I'm talking about. You will see that there are certain ridges. Now, some guitars, you don't have a ridge, you just have one straight piece of wood. So those ridges, they are known as the ribs. Just like here, they're called the ribs of the guitar. They're used to form the bracing and the support, and it helps the guitar be a little bit more sturdy in its construction. And then there's more bracing on the inside as well. Now, finally, you have the strings. And so those are the parts of a guitar. Let's go through them really quickly. You have the headstock, you have the machine head, you have the tuning pegs, you have the nut, you have the fret wires, you have the frets, you have the fretboard, you have the position markers, you have the neck joint. Coming out here, you have the sound board, the sound hole, the single cutaway here, the waist out here, the belly of the guitar, the back of the guitar. The entire thing is called the body of the guitar. Ribs on the inside and more bracing as well. The entire thing here is known as the bridge. This is called the saddle, and these of course are the strings and the end pins or the edge pins, and sometimes this part is also called as the tailstock of a guitar to finish off the head to the tail. So these are the parts of a guitar. I hope that this will help you, and there'll be a lot more videos about how to play and the other basics of a guitar coming up real soon. Share this video with all your friends who are wanting to learn, because like I said, there'll be more coming up soon, so you'll have the whole range. And share it with everyone and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Until next time, take care, and remember, perfect practice makes perfect.